video, we'll be taking a look at one-point perspective. Okay, let's get started. First, draw a horizon line. On that horizon line, draw a dot for your vanishing point. What I'm doing here is creating a window, making sure the lines are both horizontal and vertical. This object is not in perspective because we're facing it directly. Now I'm creating a wall, making sure the lines are horizontal and vertical. We have ourselves a box. It's the furthest wall from us. In order for this room to be in perspective, I line up the corners of that box with the vanishing point. So I have the floor, the side wall, and now the ceiling and other side wall. Erase some lines, and voila, we have ourselves a room. This will be a kitchen. What I'm making here is a sink and cupboards for that sink. First I made a box. I lined up the corners with the vanishing point. So I have the side plane and the top plane of the sink. It's in perspective now. Next, I'll create a door. As you can see, the top of the door is above the horizon line. So we're looking up at the top of the door. Now I'm going to create some cupboards here, making a box shape, horizontal and vertical, then lining up the corner with the vanishing point. Okay, so what we're creating here is a box, once again, and what I'll be making here is a shelf, lining up the corners with the vanishing point. We're looking at the shelving from below, so we'll see the bottom and side plane of the shelving. I'm just erasing some lines here so I can see the objects clearly. Now I decided to create a chair here. First I'll make the chair quite simple, quite boxy. Then I'll establish the thickness of that chair, drawing the legs. Then I'll match the corners of that chair with the vanishing point. And draw a vertical line straight down. Once again, matching with the vanishing point, erasing some areas. As you can see, the chair looks kind of strange. That's because the last corner over here is not in perspective. I have to line it up with the vanishing point. Next, we'll take a look at how to do the shelving. In order for the shelving to be in perspective, first we'll make a box. Then within that box, we'll draw an X. And that X is the center point. Line up that center point with the vanishing point. Then you have the center of your shelving. How do we know where to position the next shelf? Well, you line up the corner with that center point on that line. As you can see, the next shelf is in perspective. So line up the corner with the center line and continue on. Line up the corner with the center line where the intersection is. There you go. You have your shelving. Make sure all lines are horizontal or vertical that are not in perspective. Very good. There we go. I'll do the same over here. So make a box, create an X, find the center point, line it up with the vanishing point. I have the center. Then line up the corner with that intersection. And I have the placement for the next shelf. I'll do the same over here for the cupboards. Make an X. Find the center point of that box. Line it up with the vanishing point. Draw a straight line. Where that intersection is, line it up with the corner of the box. Draw a line straight down. And a vertical line. Starting to look like a kitchen. I'm going to make an extension to the shelving here. As we can see, the top part of the shelving we're looking up at, whereas the extension we're actually pretty much leveled with, yes? So we can't see the bottom plane. I'll erase some lines here. What I'm making here are some handles, making sure they're in perspective. And that's it. We have ourselves shelving. Next, we'll take a look at the sink, drawing horizontal lines, matching the sides with the vanishing point. Establishing the center point in order to create a faucet. The faucet's quite simple, just make a hook shape. Now I'm creating the bottom of the sink, making sure it's horizontal. Okay, so how do we construct tiles? It's quite simple, actually. What I'm doing, I'm mapping out the length of the tiles on the back wall. So I believe I'm doing it every centimeter here. Once I have the length of each tile, what I do is draw a straight line from that intersection, from the vanishing point. It looks like hardwood right now, but later on it will be tiles. As you can see, everything's in perspective. I'm following the vanishing point for every single line. Now, how do we finish off the rest of the tiles? What we do is we find the corner of the page and line it up with the corner of your furthest tile. Draw a straight line, and you'll see intersections. Wherever there's an intersection, you'll draw a horizontal line. Intersection there, draw a line. Intersection here, I draw a line. The next intersection, I drew a line. As you can see, the tiles begin to take form. The tiles are in perspective. Now that I have my tiles in perspective, I can take a look at the chair and create the last legs. I'm taking a look at the ceiling right now, doing the same thing that I did with the tiles. But instead of doing tiles, I think I'll just do hardwood. Okay, so we have our kitchen. What I'll do now is fast forward the video and draw the rest of our kitchen. Okay, so this is the finished product. Now keep in mind all lines that are not vertical or horizontal will meet at the vanishing point.
All these lines are meeting at the vanishing point. 1-point perspective is a useful tool for objects that are facing us directly, like this box over here. If the object is facing you directly, you can use 1-point perspective. Once the object moves from either one side or to the other, we need 2-point perspective. Or if we can see that there's some sort of skewing going on, 3-point perspective. Okay, I hope you liked this video, and please subscribe.
Please don't forget to subscribe. Also, check out these other videos or follow me on Facebook at @jag2art. Thank you. Goodbye.